I was 6. Young enough to be naive, but still old enough to understand. Mummy came to me. Tears in her eyes, yet still none breached the surface. She smiled, her radiant, glowing smile, yet every corner of her lips were trembling, with pain or fear I did not know. She crawled under my sheets and held me against her chest, her heart beating softly against my ear. I could feel it before it came from her lips. I could feel it rising up and up and up from the bottom of my stomach, and somehow it got stuck in my throat, like a river being jammed by the debris of emotions and past memories. I was 6. I looked up into my mother's eyes and I saw a universe I did not want to be a part of, a universe where all I could see was loneliness and a painful, imminent future, a universe where I could become something I was not meant to be, a universe where all that was possible in that moment was shattered. I was only 6. My father had died. The words slipped from her mouth like roses, yet the thorns perforated deep into the hollows of my heart. I wept. What else was a child to do? She held me in her arms, and as time passed, my cries turned into silent, prayerful sobs. She took my hand. Her hands, they were soft like a cloud, yet they shook as violently as the seas. She was scared. I was scared. I was only 6. As I entered the room, I could feel his spirit, yet his body felt as cold as if he had never been in it at all. His hands were no longer hard from the years of hard work, instead soft, like the years of fighting had finally washed away. He was my soldier, my warrior, my hero, my father, but aren't they the same thing? I cannot distinguish between the two. He fought on fields where many had not survived, but his angel, his reaper, had taken him too soon, taking him from where he was loved, where he was meant to be, where he was happy, where we were happy, where being a child of 6 did not mean pain. I was only 6. I believed in angels in heaven. I believed in a better tomorrow, even though today was so bleak. I believed in the impossible and irrational things that captivated me day by day. I talked to you daily. I reminded you not to go far, as I would always need you. But I grew. I realized the world I lived in was not one I knew anymore. I was pushed and pulled back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between the borders of hell and living. I created valleys in my skin. I hated the world for what it did to me, and I hated myself for letting it get to me. I began seeing only what I wanted to see. I did not understand why. Between the pills and the feelings of regret, I hated the world. I hated myself. But I met a boy. He taught me. I learned. I learned to be inspired by those who day by day never gave up. I learned to appreciate the little things in life that were often so taken away. A hug, a kiss, a memory, a simple yet perfect moment. I learned to see beauty where I was told there was only hate. I learned to love myself again. I learned that even when life feels like it's over, it is not. I am only 17. Yet I have seen the world turn upside down, do somersaults, backflips, full rolls, and somehow manage to land perfectly back in place. I still believe in heaven and angels. I'm still scared of clowns, spiders, and maybe even what's in my closet. I still talk to my dad when I feel lonely. I still cry for when I wish he was here. I'm still scared to say goodbye to the people that I love, but I learned. I am strong. I am still here. And for once in my life, I do not feel alone.